Hey everybody, I'm Russo. I do a little work here and there, and you are watching Research Workshop, a show where we get into things, but don't necessarily get that much done. Today, for what I suppose is a special occasion, we will be discussing cube snake puzzles. The one you see here is not quite finished, and actually that's in more ways than one. But today we're more going to talk about the idea of the cube snake puzzle and come up with some ideas about different variations of the puzzle. And before I go any further, I would like to mention that there is another type of puzzle commonly referred to as a snake cube puzzle, but this one, unlike that one, is a snaking, twisty puzzle made of cubes. The other type is triangular half cubes. So use your imagination there. Cubes sliced in half and all. But yeah, this version of the puzzle is made of three types of pieces. Those being straight pieces, curved pieces, and end pieces. And in a 3x3x3 configuration like this, they would be made of 3x3x3 segments, or 27. One of which, when it is put together, you can't see at all. So, that is interesting. So, yeah, corners and straight pieces. And there are plenty of combinations of the two that would curl up in different ways and form this 3x3x3 cube. And if you'd like to see that, you don't have to look too far, as here is an example from Siam Mandalay. I'll put the logo on the screen so you can see how you might spell siammandalay.com. And this set of 6 is sold out, I think, but you can see how they would be put together and the different configurations of straight and corner pieces. So yeah, all of the colored ones here were from a set of 6, and the one that looks different, the one without some bright color for the checkerboard section, is the one I think they still have on sale, like $12. But, don't hold me to that. And I think that configuration, coincidentally, is the most likely configuration for you to see on a purchasable version of this puzzle. And coincidentally, the one that I'm going for is the green one, for reasons. So with that, I would like to get back to the cube that I'm putting together. But first, I would like to mention an upcoming Kickstarter project by Atomico. And that's upcoming as of the time of this recording. So I will continually update the status in the description. So, you'll know how that is going. But the campaign is for a group of miniatures, all centered around the Goblin King, which in Atomico canon, as it were, is a sort of demi-goblin and king of the goblins, the Goblin King. The picture on screen is of the throne, and as I've said, this is a multi-part model. And at this point, I think it would be a good time to mention, since you can almost see it, or, I guess you can see it peeking around the edge there. This set of models does contain some, I don't know what you call it, PG-13 elements, possibly not safe for work, but realistically very benign sculptural and artistic elements. And as more photographs are available, I may show some of that, I may not, but if I do, I may have some fun with sensor bars. But, right now it's all green, and from this angle it's a little difficult to tell what's going on, and I know for a fact the most questionable element in this is currently not featured. Anyway, there are some close-ups. Here's one of the goblins that is in the front, and another of the ones that's in the front, both looking very happy to have the opportunity to carry this throne around. And of course, there is the Goblin King, which is pictured here, sitting on the throne. And that's all I have of that right now. I'm pretty sure most of it's going to be pewter, though there may be some resin elements, who knows. But I do know that it would make a fantastic set piece, especially if your group can handle some maybe PG-13 elements. But, me, I get it, and I think it's pretty cool. So again, links in the description as they develop, and we'll get back to the cube. You may recognize these symbols, as they are some facsimile of the Orc alphabet from 40K. And this is just a placeholder. It's the first thing I thought of. Really, what is on the surface isn't that important. It's that there are two colors pictured here on the outside, green, but there are some other symbols on the inside that are black. So in a game setting, this would work as a magical artifact and as a puzzle that hopefully won't be that difficult to solve. So here I have two pieces, and that's for a couple reasons. One, I was making a checkerboarded one before I came up with the idea for the glowing runes, but also because I want to have this one incomplete so I can show how I put the individual cubes together in a later video. Anyway, the interesting thing about these is the straight pieces, because they can have two sets of symbols. So this one, for instance, if spun 180 degrees, can show the same two symbols, but now dark instead of green. So you plan it out and you have as many of the symbols as possible where they can be switched around so the whole cube can still be read the same, and then they have to solve the puzzle. Technically, the lit and unlit sides will make the puzzle a lot easier to solve, but who cares? You can have some fun with it. Have the players ask questions or make some rolls in regards to the cube, maybe detect magic on the cube, and after that you get to think all sorts of other fun things, like what does the cube do? In my mind, it would be a key. And if that's the case, what does the key do? Does it open something? And yeah, in my case I was thinking a door, but you could be more inventive than that. Magic key, magic door. Magic door, magic treasure, who knows? But I was thinking about this instead of working on my bookbinding videos, so I think I need to get back to that. Look forward to a follow-up video where I talk about how exactly I put the cubes together and how I attach them to one another toward the end or middle or whatever of Atomico's campaign. There is quite a bit more work that needs put into this, so you never know. I might need until then to do it. So until next time, you've been watching the Research Workshop on Rousseau Works, and I'm Rousseau, out.